Welcome to SmartFi AI News, your daily dose of insights into the world of business and innovation. Today, we're diving into a fascinating story that intertwines aerospace, competition, and market strategy, the comeback of United Launch Alliance, or ULA, Boeing's space joint venture with Lockheed Martin. By some accounts, 2023 was one of the worst years in ULA's history, but as we approach 2025, there's a new trajectory forming for this rocket company, and it's shaping up to be a pivotal year. Let's break it all down. To understand where ULA is heading, we first need to revisit its rocky past. Formed in 2006 from a merger of Boeing's and Lockheed Martin's rocket businesses, ULA dominated the U.S. space launch market in its early years. At its peak in 2009, ULA launched a record 16 missions. But then came the disruptor, SpaceX. With the debut of the Falcon 9 rocket in 2010 and its groundbreaking reusability, SpaceX slashed launch costs and quickly became the darling of the aerospace industry. By 2015, Falcon 9 was directly competing with ULA for lucrative U.S. national security contracts, a market ULA once had to itself. Meanwhile, ULA's legacy rockets, the Atlas V and Delta IV, were being phased out. The company's new Vulcan Centaur rocket, designed to reclaim its competitive edge, faced delay after delay. Originally scheduled for launch in 2020, it didn't lift off until early 2024. And when it finally did, there were complications. While Vulcan's maiden flight was a success overall, its second flight in October 2024 revealed a glaring issue. A booster nozzle, manufactured by Northrop Grumman, fell off mid-flight. Though the Federal Aviation Administration initially saw no need for a formal investigation, the incident raised concerns about Vulcan's reliability. Fast forward to today, and Vulcan has yet to be certified for U.S. national security missions. Without this certification, ULA can't compete for many high-value government contracts. But ULA's CEO, Tory Bruno, is optimistic. He believes FAA certification is just around the corner, possibly within months. So why is 2025 so crucial for ULA? For starters, the company plans to conduct 20 launches, a record-breaking number for the joint venture. 2 of these missions are national security launches, but only if the Vulcan rocket gets certified in time. ULA's production capabilities are ready to meet the challenge. The company has 16 Vulcan rockets in inventory and a steady engine supply from Blue Origin. According to Bruno, ULA's goal is to ramp up to 26 launches per year, half of which are expected to be commercial. A significant part of ULA's commercial ambitions rests on a monster contract with Amazon. The e-commerce giant is using Vulcan rockets to deploy its Kuiper internet satellites, aiming to rival SpaceX's Starlink. With 47 launches planned under this deal, Amazon is essentially underwriting 3 to 4 years of ULA's commercial operations. But there's a catch. Amazon faces a mid-2026 FCC deadline to launch half of its Kuiper satellites, or risk losing its license. This urgency works in ULA's favor, for now. The big question is what happens after the Amazon contract ends. Can ULA maintain its pace in a market where SpaceX offers cheaper alternatives? For investors considering Boeing, which owns half of ULA, the question becomes, is ULA's comeback enough to warrant a buy? While the Amazon contract and national security launches promise near-term revenue, the long-term picture is less clear. ULA will need to compete not just with SpaceX, but with emerging players like Rocket Lab and Relativity Space. Here's a fun fact to consider. In 2013, exactly 0% of ULA's launches were commercial. By 2014, only 7% were. Today, ULA is targeting a 50-50 split between government and commercial launches. While ambitious, achieving this goal would position ULA as a more balanced and resilient business. But competition is fierce, and history has shown us that even giants like ULA aren't immune to disruption.